Shalom. My name is Angelina. This is, and welcome to our little slice of heaven in Hull. I may not have mentioned it before, or I may have, because I'm very proud of where I live, but we are the city of culture for the next 2 years, yeah, for another 2 years. And when lockdown is over, check us out. A lot goes on in Hull. It's actually a nice place to be. So this morning, Elsie and I have brought the new first aid kit. It's always good to regularly check on the sell-by dates of your contents. I found that buying a new small first aid kit was actually cheaper than replacing everything. So that's going to come and live here today. And we are also going to bring some things in the greenhouse, and then I'll explain what we're doing with them. Now this bed behind me is reserved for flowers this year, and it's where Elsie and I planted lots and lots of daffodil and tulip bulbs. I also want to add other bulbs, but I do not want to disturb the daffodil and tulip bulbs that we put in before and risk breaking their delicate little shoots as they push up towards the surface. So what I have done is, what I have done is pot them into little individual pots, and I'm going to put them into the greenhouse out of the frost so they can quietly grow on. And once the shoots have come up in here for the bulbs that we've put in, then I can see where the spaces are and we won't risk damaging what's already in here. Here you are. Okay, don't run away with it. She's got my remote control. Thank you. Okay, so this is a tray of gladioli bulbs, which I'm going to put on the shelf here. And then roll the door down when I'm finished, and then that way, and that way they were out of the frost and quietly just germinating, growing away, whilst we wait for the other shoots to come up so we don't break them. Anyway, so I've brought all the potted on bulbs, and I've also started chitting my first early potatoes in yogurt pots and pot noodle pots. Elsie thought I was growing pot noodles. She got very excited. I'm not growing pot noodles. I'm fed up. But I am growing things you like, aren't I? You like potatoes. You like baked potatoes, don't you? Yeah. Come on. There you go. Oh, say hello to everyone.
Hello to everyone.
Hello to everyone. This is our little slice of heaven in Hull. Okay, so I'm in the polytunnel and no gardening magazines this month. Hello.
It's me.
It is you.
I can't get you.
Yeah, can you come in the door though, not the window? Thank you. No gardening magazines this month because I have used my allowance. This is Betty, I'm just going to give her a drink in a minute. I've used my allowance to get myself a new tripod, and it comes with a remote control. Yeah, David and I are on quite a tight budget. I mean, we have what we need. We're not poor, but everything's budgeted. So I get £30 allowance a month. And I spent my allowance on a tripod, which was also in the sales on Amazon, and it cost £21. Yeah, and it extends to 62 inches and comes with a little remote control. So yeah, the way things are going, I'm not going to get the tripod. I'm not going to take the tripod off the vicar, and he's certainly not going to be giving it back anytime soon by the looks of it. But hopefully, by the time we all get back to normal, we'll still be the city of culture in 2 years, and you can come check us out. It's a blast. We have all sorts of festivals. We have the Yum Festival, which is a big food festival. Come and get yourself a vegan curry or a ostrich burger. There's the Freedom Festival, which is a huge music festival, and social programming. It's lovely. There's the museums are all free to get in. There's other music festivals. There's comedy festivals. The marina is beautiful. Lots of places to get good pub grub. The Minerva is one of them. If you ever come to Hull, sit at the Minerva and have a meal. Beautiful. I'm just rabbiting on about Hull again. I can't help it. I can't help it. I love it. I'm going to give Betty a drink. I'll get back to you in a minute. Hello again. I've just been told to tell you this snail is not for the birds. This one is Elsie's friends.
These are
And this one and this one. But the ones that were for the birds is squashed by Elsie. It's there for the birds. What was that?
There's a hatching noise.
They're hatching. There's a hatching noise coming from them. I'm standing somewhere that you can get a reasonable view of the allotment. I thought I might tell you a bit about the history of this allotment site. It's a very new site. It's only 6 years old. East Hull got a grant from the government. No, it was an EU one. It was an EU grant. With the days, eh? Got an EU grant. And part of that EU grant was to help people to improve their lives. Like having a college right in the middle of the estate, education centre, a charity shop. There's also a food bank, and part of that process was that the EMS was set up, which was an organisation that was specifically to find ways to improve people's lives. We went out and talked to the community. I was a small part of that process because I was a community warden at the time, and the community wardens fed back to EMS what the community wanted because it's part of our job. I got paid to walk around socialising. No, there's more to it than that. We set up community schemes, neighbourhood watches, pensioners' lunches. EMS were in charge of finding, as part of their remit, was in charge of finding places, pieces of land around the city that could be converted to allotments. And my allotment site is one of those. There are 13 plots. A lot of them are doubled up because a lot of the people that have them actually just live right around them and can go out the back door, which I'm jealous of because I live a few streets away. But yeah, it's only 6 years old, so it's not got a long and illustrious past. And I'll show you something that kind of ties into a concern I have, given that our allotment is council land. I live on a council estate, and there's been a lot of new build going on, mostly bungalows for the elderly, which is great. So I have had some freebies, been around on the scrounge, got some pallets, bits of scrap wood, but my main concern right now is that they don't want our allotment site to build houses on. So it is good that they're building more bungalows, especially. They're definitely needed. And they're using up scraps of land that around the estate that had been opened up for public space and were just being used as dumps. That's how it goes, isn't it? but ours isn't used as a dump. Ours is very productive, and I'm hoping that the council do not have their eye on it. You'll be the first to know if they do, because I'll be on here crying. But basically, our allotment is free. We don't get water, but we get a free plot. I have 2 free plots. Originally one was mine, one was Terry's, and you know, us couples do. But they're both mine now. And I shall just turn you around and show you what else he's up to. Elsie is in toilet. I created a compost toilet down here so that I can spend all day basically. A compost toilet and a flask. What more do you need? I'll just see if there's anyone home. It's you! Hello!
Out of there.
Out of there.
Get out of there, Bunny.
Okay. So the greenhouse is already filling up fast. Yep, it's all systems go now, isn't it? Finish the tidying, finish the weeding, move things about, and sow seeds, because before we know it, we'll be planting. Shalom. Take care of yourself. Find someone else to take care of. And remember, the most beautiful thing in your garden is you.